Swerving in front of cars and riding into oncoming traffic. Those are just a few bad cycling tricks you can see in this video. The video posted by My Little Bike Shop is getting attention not only from Instagram users, but also from Toronto police. And Yonge Street isn't the only street that's the longest street in North America, but it's also one of the busiest. And it's this street that Toronto police say the video was shot.
We actually received a phone call on Tuesday from a member of the public who identified himself as a cycling/motorist from that part of the community. So he's somebody that was on both sides. And when he saw this, he was shocked at how poorly this cyclist was operating his bicycle.
It was that phone call that prompted police to repost the video on their Instagram account, asking the public to come forward with details.
So technically on a unicycle, you can cycle on one wheel. So there's no real offense for what he's doing here. He's going in a straight line. He's not affecting any other traffic per se. What happens now, he starts to make a lane change. So now he's failing to signal a lane change. He's now going into oncoming traffic. He's now, in this particular intersection, he's going through a red light. So he's now committed an offense there.
We managed to get that cyclist on the phone, but he refused to comment. He did, however, post a lengthy statement to Instagram. It reads, "It's kind of heartbreaking to see my little Papa Wheelie clip being posted on the Toronto Police Instagram account." He defended his actions. "I never crashed, I never hit anyone, and didn't commit any sort of hit and run." He went on to add, "Yes, maybe a little dangerous, but I am an expert. Have been doing this my entire life and have never had an accident or caused an accident." But police disagree and are not taking the incident lightly.
Under that act, the Highway Traffic Act, he is chargeable for what he did. So he may think it's not dangerous. The reality is it was very dangerous. He can't control what other people do. If somebody panics, maybe somebody's not paying attention, and he's now committed to an action that puts himself at risk, we could have been looking at serious personal injury or even death. We do see, unfortunately, sometimes cyclists maybe going the wrong way down a one-way street where it's not permitted. Lane changes, failing to stop at stop signs. You can go to the stop sign around the corner from the police station, and I'm going to suggest 95% of the individuals at that location will go through the stop sign without stopping. That being said, cars will do the same thing. So again, it's a point where individuals have assessed what kind of risk, what they believe they maybe have to do to meet the requirements of the law. The reality is, in a lot of cases, they don't meet those requirements and they are committing offenses.
Authorities say in this particular incident, they do know where on Yonge Street it happened and who the cyclist is. They don't, however, know the exact date, and that is stopping them from laying charges.
Blocks.
If this occurred, and we'll say hypothetically 6 months ago, it's outside the statute of limitations under the Highway Traffic Act, so there is no provision for us to be able to lay that charge currently. However, if this happened any time in the last 6 months, that's different.
Stibbe says the cyclist could face dangerous driving charges or a fine of up to $2,000.